Welcome to the Tree Report Connection with Tommy. This video is on your TNA results and spoilers from all the way from May all the way up through June and possibly July. And breaking news that TNA may no longer be on Destination America when their contract ends. Probably September, maybe before then. Well, thanks to ProWrestling.net for the full report for the May 8th episode of Impact. As Impact opened with Eric Young standing in the ring and demanding to know who the special referee of his title match against Kurt Angle would be. Bully Ray's music played and he walked out wearing a leather vest over a referee shirt. So Bully Ray has returned to TNA. Josh Matthews checked in on commentary. As if you don't know, Taz is no longer with TNA either. Fans chanted, "Welcome back to Ray. Do you know who I am?" Ray asked. "I'm Bully Ray, and a special guest referee for tonight's World Heavyweight Championship match." A video focused on the top feuds with matches that will occur during the show. EC3 and Tyrus headed to the ring. As Matthews noted that the stipulation of the match would be determined by fan vote, arm wrestling, or falls count anywhere. Once in the ring, EC3 cut a brief promo. Then Anderson walked out onto the stage and said he was tired of hearing EC3 run his mouth. The fan vote was 85%. Of course, falls count anywhere. Anderson delivered his usual self-introduction. "Mr. Anderson." Wait for it. Anderson then headed to the ring. So we get EC3 with Tyrus versus Mr. Anderson in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Matthews noted that there were no disqualification or countouts, which explained why Tyrus was able to go after him once the bell rang. As Anderson quickly cleared them both from the ring, then got EC3 alone. However, Tyrus tripped him and pulled him to ringside, then took shots at him. As Anderson came back in with a mic check that put Tyrus into the ring post. Anderson got the better of EC3 and hit him with a low blow at ringside and covered him on the floor for a 2 count. Anderson then pulled several chairs out from underneath the ring. EC3 rolled him up for a 1 count. Then Anderson stood up and kicked him. Anderson sets up the mic check again, but EC3 broke that up and ended up backdropping him onto the entrance ramp. A short time later, Tyrus got involved again and caught Anderson with a splash in the corner, then delivered a soft-looking heart punch. EC3 then covered Anderson and got the win. 5-minute, 35-second match. Backstage, Bully Ray spoke with Kurt Angle, who asked if it had been 8 months since Ray last appeared. "It's been too long," Ray said. Angle asked if Ray would call it down the middle for him. "Kurt, do you know who I am?" Ray asked before walking away. Backstage, Gail Kim approached Awesome Kong and noted that they haven't been on the same page ever. But Taryn Terrell has made it personal for both of them. "So are you in?" Kim asked. Kong walked away. Matthews hyped the handicap knockouts match for later in the show. The Beatdown Clan of the BDC of MVP, Kenny King, and Low Key made their entrance. They had a flag and wore a costume mask. They removed the mask once they entered the ring. MVP took the mic and said, "Impact Wrestling is live on Destination America." MVP said that because it's live, he would say things that would make you uncomfortable, and added that the truth tends to do that. He held up a mask and said that it belongs to Homicide, who couldn't be there because someone blindsided him and he needed to have shoulder surgery. Haven't seen any news on that. Well, MVP said fans stand up for the Rising when they resort to doing things like that. He spoke about how the U.S. government takes oil fields. Then said fans call them thugs when the BDC does something along those lines. MVP said thug is a new code word for and it got beeped. He said BDC would treat the Rising like the establishment likes to, treat so-called thugs. And then you got the rising of Drew Galloway, Micah, who is the son of Ming, Haku, and Eli Drake. Galloway said that they have nothing to do with Homicide's injury. Galloway said that he noticed the way King looked when Homicide touched his title belt. Where were you last night, he asked. MVP took a shot at Keyboard Warriors and said he doesn't care about pro wrestling, he cares about making money. MVP said Galloway cares about work rate, whereas he cares about interest rates. The Rising eventually entered the ring and quickly cleared BDC. Commercial break. And then we actually get the match. Drew Galloway with Micah and Eli Drake versus MVP with Low Key and Kenny King. MVP gained control and flung Galloway into the guardrail at ringside. Then ran him onto the ring post. Back in the ring, Galloway came back with a DDT and scored a clean pin. However, Eric Young entered the ring and attacked Galloway with a chair after the match. The other Rising members tried to save Galloway, but the other BDC members stopped them. Young spoke briefly with MVP off mic as Matthews recalled Young's alliance with BDC starting back in January. Well, Drew Galloway defeated MVP in a 4-minute, 40-second match. Matthews hyped the main event. Backstage, James Storm. Yeah, you know, guy in the t-shirt. Handed the gift. James Storm headed to the ring with his gift. Matthews recalled storyline involving Storm, Mickie James, and Magnus, then plugged some Destination America crap, and then called some crap called Ghost Asylum. Okay, so I've never watched it. Storm introduced Mickie James, who came out to a good reaction. Storm said he realizes that James is transitioning her life from wrestling to motherhood. He said he's sure the right time will come when she gives the fans one more match. He brought up her music career and said that he had a gift for her. He called her an amazing singer, entertainer, and friend. Storm handed the gift to James and had the crowd chanting, "Open it!" James also was all smiles as she opened the box, which contained a guitar. Storm had a cameraman enter the ring and take a photo of the two with them together with the guitar. Magnus headed out without his music. Storm told Magnus not to come out and ruin the party. He said he had a gift for Magnus. He pulled out the helmet that Magnus wore earlier in his career. The fans chanted, "Put it on!" Funny spot, as Magnus wasn't very happy. And he and James left the ring together. Storm said he had one more gift for their son Donovan. Storm said Donovan could sleep with it at night and could tell him it was from Uncle James. Magnus returned to the ring and slammed the guitar over the head of Storm. Magnus left the ring. Storm sat up smiling, presumably because Magnus did exactly what he wanted him to do. Matthews hyped the Knockouts handicap tag match again as they go to commercial. Backstage, MVP said it's not that he's okay with it, but he wants to know why Eric Young did what he did earlier. Young brought up Bully Ray's involvement in the main event. He said that the last time he and BDC did business together, they took the title from Bobby Roode. He said that they could take it away from Kurt Angle tonight. Young walked away, and King said he thought that they were done with Looney Tunes. Matthew spoke about Gail Kim being married to celebrity chef Robert Irvine. He set up footage of Kim appearing on stage with Irvine and Jeremy Borash hosting. Backstage at the event, Borash and Kim were talking when they noticed Taryn Terrell posing for photos across the room. As Kim asked her to leave, a brief video touted the TNA Knockouts as sexy, powerful, strong, and athletic. The creeper cameraman showed the headshot of ring announcer Christy Hemme, who introduced the Knockouts match. Awesome Kong and Gail Kim versus Taryn Terrell, Marty Bell, and Jade. Yeah. The dollhouse. Matthews spoke about how the fans demanded more knockouts matches. Wasn't that a WWE Divas thing? Anyways, the three Dollhouse members got the better of Kim. There was an atrocious double team move used by Belle and Jade. Kim recovered and locked in a submission hold that Taryn broke up by running in from the outside. Later, Kong hit the implant buster of Jade. Kim went for the defeat on Belle, but Taryn rolled up Kim for the win. After the match, Belle was caught between Kim and Kong in the ring. Kim hit Belle with her finisher. Then Kong hit her finisher. But Terrell, Belle, and Jade won their match in 5 minutes 25 seconds. Footage aired of Jeff Hardy's dirt bike accident that put him out of action for suffering a broken tibia in his leg. Matthews questioned what this means regarding the future of the tag titles. Matt Hardy was shown backstage with both title belts. Going into a commercial break. Backstage, Mickie James told Magnus that he promised her he would try. Magnus said he loves her family, but Storm disrespected him, and that's where he draws the line. As Mickie says that she feels like Magnus disrespected her. Jeremy Borash interviewed Matt Hardy in the ring, asked him about Jeff. Matt said Jeff is in a lot of pain. He said he and Jeff proved that they were still the best team in the world by winning the tag titles. Matt said the Jeff that people see on TV isn't a character or a gimmick. He's an enigmatic daredevil 24/7. Matt said he and Jeff are now forced to vacate the TNA tag titles. Okay, and Matt said it was time to go home and figure out what's next for him. As Matt left the ring and saluted the fans before he could get to the top of the ramp, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode's music played. They walked out and bumped fists with Matt. The duo headed to the ring while Hardy headed to the back. Aries had his Money in the Bank, or Feast or Fire briefcase with him. He said he would let Young have his title match and get his revenge later. He spoke about how the tag team title seemed cursed. He said he and Rude are the best tag teams in the world. Rude and Aries picked up the tag title belts that Hardy left behind. Rude said that the belts deserve to be defended and to be around the waist of the best tag team in the world. Davey Richards headed to the ring to a ho-hum reaction. Richards implied that he and Eddie Edwards are the best tag team in the world and deserve the title belts. Aries praised Richards, but noted that there was just Richards standing in the ring. Richards said wolves hunting packs. He introduced the returning Edwards. So he didn't stay injured very long, who received a nice reaction after the build-up that included welcome back chants. Edwards said that he broke his heel the last time he left the ring. He said he was cleared to wrestle now as of noon earlier today, on May 8th. Edwards challenged Aries and Rude to prove who the best tag team is. He said that he didn't want to have just one match. He challenged them to a best of 5 series. Edwards played to the crowd, which cheered in response. Rude and Aries agreed to the match. Commercial break. Backstage, Hardy was leaving the building when Drew Galloway stopped him. Galloway said he respects Hardy, and they are both alike. He said neither one of them would walk away from a fight. Angelina Love stood in the ring next up, and the fan said that the fans have been asking her about bromance. Gail Kim and Awesome Kong and the Dollhouse. She said she was there to talk about herself, the greatest knockout ever. Velvet Sky walked through the crowd. Wasn't she recently fired? Love was surprised to recall Velvet being fired. You look interesting, Love said. She was wearing blue jeans, denim clad. It's very daring. Love said she got all of Sky's voicemails, but she was busy having a life and being awesome. Love hugged Sky, whose expression didn't change. Love yelled and said, "Without her, Sky is nothing." Sky remained expressionless until Love demanded that she say something. Sky then speared Love and choked her with her own hair until security intervened. And the fans chanted, "Let them fight!" An Eric Young video then aired. Backstage, Young asked Billy Ray if he was going to stab him in the back. Ray said they told him to ref a match. He told him he and Angle could kill each other for all he cares. Ray said he's there to raise Young's hand or Angle's hand, and back to commercial. Christy Hemme then delivered introductions for the main event. Bully Ray made his entrance as the special referee, then Eric Young, and finally the champion, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle versus Eric Young for the TNA title with Bully Ray as special referee. Young wore hot pink, which is odd given his current character. Anyway, he got the better of Angle in on the opening minutes of the match. The match built to the ringside and Ray told both men to bring it back in the ring. Matthews recalled the conversation that Young had with MVP earlier. BDC watched the match from the stage. Young was in control heading into a commercial break. With BDC now at ringside, Angle made his comeback and ended up applying an ankle lock. Young reached toward the ropes. MVP pushed closer to him so he could break the hold. Young ended up low blowing Angle, and BDC worked over Angle. Chris Melendez and the Rising came out and fought BDC to the back. Back in the ring, Young set up the pile driver on Ray, who backdropped him. Angle performed the Angle Slam and covered Young, who kicked out at 2. Angle went for the move again. Young countered with a pile driver for a near fall. Young protested, and Ray, who was still selling the nut shot, so Bully Ray was the one that got the low blow. Told him it was inches away from being 3 count. Young went for a top rope crossbody block, but Angle rolled through and applied the ankle lock and got the submission win. The match took 14 minutes, 15 seconds, and Angle retained the title. After the match, Ray raised Angle's hand in victory. Angle left the ring and posed on the ramp. Ray continued to hold his ball as he left the ring and went to the stage, where he raised Angle's hand again and then disappeared backstage. Matthews then thanked the viewers for watching to close the show. And they did tapings for May the 9th for the future episodes, which was May the 15th episode. Kurt Angle came out with Chris Melendez, praising him as a hero. Angle asked Melendez to be his partner, calls out the Rising to join him. Eric Young comes out, wants a rematch, blaming his loss on the Rising. Melendez and Bully Ray, they have words, and Angle agrees to an I Quit match with no interference. They announce a hardcore war match at this episode's main event. Robbie E. defeated Jesse Goddard. The romance have split up. Jesse wanted a rematch and lost quickly again. The same thing happened a third time. Jesse attacked Robbie. This time it left him laying. DJ Zima Ion and Jesse argued. The Wolves defeated Austin Aries and Bobby Roode to go up 1-0 in the series. Magnus cut a promo on James Storm and called him out. Abyss showed up instead and they brawled. Manic and Koya run out and beat Magnus down. Ethan Carter III cut a promo on being number 1 contender, but Mr. Anderson interrupted and says Tyrus won the match for Ethan. They set up a match with Anderson versus Tyrus, and if Anderson wins, he gets Ethan next week. Anderson defeated Tyrus, of course. And May 15th taped for Saturday night. The following night, Dollhouse defeated Rebel and Brooke Tessmacher. Eric Young, Low Key, and Kenny King, Bram and MVP defeated Kurt Angle, Micah Lashley, Drew Galloway, and Chris Melendez in a hardcore war match. After the match, Young pulled off Melendez's leg and tried to attack him with it, but Angle made a save as Young countered and choked choked Angle with a leg. All right, now for the 22nd, also taped on Saturday night. Dollhouse come out, and Terrell reveals the lingerie that she's going to wear when she meets Gail Kim's husband. Gail comes out to fight, but she gets beat down. The Wolves defend Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. Defeated Austin Aries and Bobby Roode again to go up 2-0 in the series. Ethan Carter III defeated Mr. Anderson in a match that had Tyrus locked in a cage at ringside. The Pope returns to TNA and joins Josh Mason for commentary on the next match. Rockstar Spud defeated Mandrews, Argos, Tigre Uno, Crazy Steve, and Manic in an elimination match. Next match was Jesse Goddard defeating DJ Zema Ion by submission. Magnus defeated Koya. Kurt Angle to retain the World Heavyweight title over Eric Young in the I Quit match. Kenny King defeated Micah to retain the X Division title. Marty Bell defeated Rebel. Bram defeated Bobby Roode with the roll-up following a low blow. And that was it for that one. They did May 11th. Taped for the 29th. Impact Wrestling on Sunday night in Orlando. So Tamara Terrell defeated Gail Kim in a steel cage with help from the Dollhouse. Awesome Kong was stopped from getting in to help her. Mickie James announced that she will return for one more match. James Storm came out, cut a promo on her. Rockstar Spud won an X Division Gauntlet match to win the X Division title, pinning Kenny King. Segment with Angelina Love and Velvet Sky brawled, or brawling. Segment with Ethan Carter III and Kurt Angle. Ethan talked about being number one contender, and Angle hits an Olympic slam. Bobby Lashley defeated Eric Young. Austin Aries and Bobby Roode defeated the Wolves. So now it's 1-2. Segment with Kurt Angle and Rockstar Spud. The main event for Destination X will be champion versus champion. Rockstar Spud versus Kurt Angle. The Rising defeated the BDC. Brooke Tessmacher defeated Jade. Bram defeated Crimson. Kurt Angle and Spud defeated Tyrus and Ethan Carter III. Austin Aries announced that he will use his feature fire shot on Destination X against the winner of Angle versus Spud. Low Key defeated Manic and Crazy Steve in a match. Tigre Uno defeated Mandrews and DJ Zema Ion. May 12th, TNA taped more content for future Impact Wrestling episodes on Monday from Orlando from the Impact Zone. TNA now has taped up to the live event for the June 26th episode, so these matches should be for June 12th or June 19th. It's likely that part of the spoiler report came from Sunday night, labeled May 29th. Spoilers are for June 5th episode because it was replaced. And the spoilers for June 12th for Destination X, Christy Hemme did the introduction for Destination X. Ethan Carter III and Tyrus came out and ordered her to leave. Ethan cut a promo on Kurt Angle being number one contender and took a seat in the middle of the ring and said he's not leaving until he gets his shot, saying Destination X has been canceled. Angle comes out and they argue, but EC3 leaves with Tyrus. Kurt Angle defeated X Division champion Rockstar Spud to retain the World Heavyweight title. Angle shook his hand and raised Spud's arm after the match. Aries comes out with his briefcase and stares at Angle. The Dollhouse comes out and cut a promo on Awesome Kong. Grado defeated Jonathan Cruz and Kenny King in a triple threat match. The Dollhouse comes back and Taryn Terrell calls out calling for the lingerie pillow fight. The bell then rings. Okay, the ring has a bed, pillows, and other decorations set up to crack jokes on Kong, but out she comes. Taryn berates her for not wearing lingerie. Kong takes out Marty Bell and Jade and brawls with them up the ramp. Taryn tells Hemi to declare her the winner, but Brooke Tessmacher comes out and knocks Taryn onto the bed, revealing her lingerie. Backstage segment with Joseph Park returning. He came to the ring to interrupt Bram and talks about how he's gone through hard times himself, but he's here to stop Bram from hurting his brother Abyss. Bram laid him out. Bram defeated Park by putting him through a table. Kurt Angle defeated Austin Aries to retain the world title. Aries tapped out to the ankle lock in a great match. Ethan ran out after the match and attacked Angle, standing still with the world title. Possible for the June 19th spoilers. James Storm and Magnus come out brawling from the back to set up their match later. Magnus is tired of Revolution messing with Mickie James. Jesse Goddard defeated DJ Ion. Jesse cut a promo and took the credits for the bromance success. It goes to attack DJ Z again, but Robbie E makes a save. Okay, Madison Rayne comes to the ring and cut a long promo about the Knockouts division. She says nobody but Gail Kim gets credit, and she's sick of it. She calls Velvet Sky out, slaps her. Velvet comes back with a stunner and a spear. Angelina Love comes out with security, and Velvet is handcuffed when she tries to attack. Angelina talks trash and slaps Velvet before ordering security to have her arrested. Angelina ends up attacking a fan and also gets taken away in cuffs. Tessmacher and Awesome Kong defeated Jade and Marty. Mike Tenay officiates the Slam Anniversary contract signing with Angle and EC3. They both cut promos and the matches are made official. Tenay says both of them will wrestle on the next two Impacts and will pick each other's opponent. Angle says Ethan will face Lashley tonight, and Ethan will pick Angle's opponent next week. Christy Hemme defeated Chris Melendez to retain the Christy Hemme brings Chris Melendez to the ring to address Eric Young. Young come out, and we have a match for next week. The Wolves come out for a promo, but are interrupted by Bobby Roode. Austin Aries can't compete tonight, so we get a singles match with the winner picking a stipulation for match 4 in the best of the 5 series. Eddie Edwards then defeated Bobby Roode. Davey Richards pinned a distraction. Davey Richards provided a distraction at one point, but Aries ran down with a steel chair and threw it to Roode, but it backfired on them. Richards was announced. The match 4 will be a Full Metal Mayhem match. Ethan Carter III defeated Lashley with help from Tyrus, who knocked out 3 different referees. And Gunner and Mr. Anderson defeated Manic and Koya in a match for Explosion. Okay, Matt Hardy addressed the TNA Ring of Honor Destination America rumor situation in a video. So you can go to his YouTube channel and watch it. Hardy said he is investing his faith in TNA and is going to do all he can for the company while he is under contract through February 2016. Again, you can go to his YouTube account and watch it. Hardy also spoke about how he wasn't a good employee in 2010, yet he got out of the wrestling bubble, and now prides himself on being a model employee. He also offered strong praise for the Ring of Honor and expressed hope that the two companies can work together, which they've got something scheduled for later on in the year. Thanks again. And that's all I got for TNA. Thanks again. Peace out. God bless. See you want to be. And by the way, if you don't know, you better call me, bro.